Great, let's go ahead and get started. My name is Sue. This is Dumbbell Strength. Thanks for joining us today. It's a quick 30-minute workout. If any exercise doesn't feel good for you, you can just replace it with something different. I'll try to show some modifications as we go. If it's not feeling good, find something that feels good for you since I can't see you and hear what you're saying. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do add-ons today. So we'll do one exercise, 10 reps, take a quick little break, and then we'll do that exercise, then add another one, and then we'll keep adding to it. So a little bit lighter weight because we're going to be doing lots of reps today. Stand at the end of your mat, feet right underneath your hips. You're just going to reach up, try to touch your ceiling, see how close you can get to it, and then press it down. And we'll do that one more time. Feel the waist, try to stretch. Lengthen that back of the head, drop your chin slightly so the neck lengthens, and then bring it back down. Little squats here, not going very deep. It's the first one that we're going to have today is squats, so you get a lot of opportunities to make them deeper. 2 more here. Hold it down, round down, hands go onto the ground or onto a chair, and straighten those legs as much as you can, and then bend them. Have you lift that chest and lift the head so you're looking about 4 feet in front of you. 2 more. Hold that stretch for a second. And then round. You can use your hands to roll yourself back up nice and tall. And we'll go nice wide step. And we'll just do a side step. Kind of reach a little bit more each time. And keep those toes pointing forward and not off to the sides. Good, 1 more each. And then back to the center. Just reach up, roll those arms nice and big back. And then stiff, those feet wide, toes turn out this time. We're gonna squat down, round it down, and then straighten those legs, and then bend and straighten a few times. And keep that chest lifted on this one too, looking in front of you. Next one, hold it down, and we'll go side, back to that squat in the center, and then the other side. Take your feet as wide apart as you need to get a stretch. It's just a moving stretch we're going to do here. 1 more each. And squat it, roll it back up, and then come back up. Bring those feet in. So you can go ahead and grab weights. We're going to start with the squat, or you can just do body weight too. So you'll go squats, and then the next one's going to be a row. So starting with those feet right underneath our hips, lift that chest up, pull that belly in so we lengthen that lower back, and you'll take it down as deep as you can. Each time we can go a little bit deeper. Five more. Keep opening that chest. Last one. And recover for a quick second. So during the recovery, you can grab different size weights, grab a quick drink, take a little bit of a rest. Okay, back to 10. This time go a little bit deeper. You can go at your own pace. If it's less reps, that's fine. Few more. Come up. Now we're going to go right over to that bent over row. We want our knees bent enough that we can release that tailbone. When we have them locked, we're arching up in here. So bend them enough and then let that lengthen so you feel that stretch in here. Open that chest and bring it up and down. Last two. And then bring it back up. Up nice until I'll recover for a quick second. We'll start at that top again. A little bit deeper squat. Last four. And that bent over row. Knees are bent. Pull that belly in. Chest is lifted. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Five more. Go ahead and roll it up and go right into an upright row. Still keeping those knees bent. Open the collarbones. Bring it straight up and down. Last two. And recover again for a few minutes. Not a minute, a few seconds. I always say that, and I know I never give you even 1 minute. Lift that chest, back to that squat. A little bit deeper. Two more. Good. Bend those knees. Hinge forward. Pull that belly in. Back to the rows. Opening the chest. Think about those collarbones getting nice and wide. Three more. You can switch weights between exercises. You don't have to do the same weight all the time. And then roll it back up. Upright row. Lead with those elbows. Don't let those shoulders come up. So as the hands come up, the shoulders are pressing down. Last two. And then we'll switch to that deadlift. So you can have your knees a little bit bent, just not locked out so that back is arching. Open your chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and go down as far as you can. Each one's trying to go a little bit deeper. Hold for a second, and then bring it up. Trying not to do that forward push with that hips, putting that back in that bad position. A lot of times people do that after a squat too. Keep pulling that belly in and up so you can't do that. It's like an hyperextension. Three more. And then recover for a quick break. Back to that squat. Open that chest. Let's try to get it down deeper. You should be good and warm now. Now we're in that working range. Two more. And then bend over for that row. Notice what your neck's doing. Are you making it short by looking up? Try to lengthen that back of the neck. Last two. Roll it back up. Upright row. Last four. Good, back to your deadlift. Trying to go a little bit deeper this time. And just watch. It's fine to have them bent. We just don't want to be bending as we're going down. Unless that's the exercise you want to do. Last two. Only go down as far as you can keep those shoulder blades squeezing together. It doesn't matter how far you go, just so you feel that stretch. Good, I'm switching weights for this next one. Our add-on is the lateral raise this time. I'm going a little bit lighter. Open that chest. Think about these trying to be as open as possible and lift up and down. Last two. Good, switch back to your other weight if you switch. Give you a couple seconds, and then we're gonna start again. Our add-on is gonna start being on the ground now, while the next few add-ons all on the ground. Lift that chest up. Now before we get started, find that big toe, little toe, and heel, and notice if you're rolling in or rolling out. So I like to roll out, so I always have to find that big toe, and you're gonna feel more inner thighs have to get involved if you like to roll out. If you roll in, roll out, and those glutes are gonna feel a little bit more. Really focus on that form this time, not letting those feet roll in or out. What you can do in front of a mirror, go barefoot, and do a squat, watching yourself and see what those feet are doing. So you can help think about it and control it when you're lifting. 3 more. And then to that row. And I said row, and I'm doing deadlift. That's okay. We'll just mix them up. Whatever one you're doing, just keep doing. You're probably all doing it right. No, I'm not. Doesn't know what they're doing. 3 more. Good. Now, upright row. Last two here. Now do whichever one you didn't do. So if it's a deadlift, if it's a row, go to that one. Last two. Switch your weights if you want. If you are switching, put the heavier ones on your mat. So we're going to use them when we go down. Grab those lighter ones, bend those knees, open that chest, lateral raise. Last two here. Set those weights down, lay down onto your mat. Feet will be in line with those sit bones. You're gonna place them flat and then get that pelvis to be nice and neutral. We're not gonna tuck it. So try to keep it neutral. For me, that makes my lower back off. As long as this rib part isn't arching off. And I'm using my abdominals, that's okay. You can do it with or without weights. And you're gonna go ahead and lift those hips and then lower it down. Lift them up and lower. And pulling the heels towards your bottom, bottom towards your heels. 4 more. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. They're not gonna touch, but don't let those knees flare out. And think about same foot position as you had for the squat. Big toe, little toe, and heel all in contact. 1 more. And then come back down. We'll stand up and start from the top again. Lift that chest and go as deep as you can, maybe going a little bit deeper. Last 4. You get it right this time. We're gonna roll, row, bent over and row. A few more here. And then upright row. And watch that neck so we don't get in that bad habit. And then to that deadlift, keeping that back nice and flat, chest stays open so I don't round at all. Squeeze that pencil between those shoulder blades. Last 2. And then lateral raise. Bend those knees up and down. A few more here. Set those down, lay down. Weights go on those hips. We're going to lift it up and then bring it down. Full foot in contact. Two more. And then come back down. Pull those heels to your bottom. Keep that neutral pelvis. Arms go up. Keep those ribs on that mat. Go down as far as you can without letting that arch up. And then bring it back up. Last 2. And bring all the way up to standing. Rest for a quick moment, and then we'll go from the top again. Back to those squats. Lift that chest up, open those collarbones, and just feel those shoulders slide down that back and take it down as deep as you can and back up. One more. Bend those knees, bent over row. And come up, upright row. Last two. Deadlift. Switch weights for that lateral raise if you want. It's the same. If this is too intense, you can always bend those elbows. Last two. And then back down. Weights go on your hips. Use those inner thighs and bring it down. And the weights go together, or just use one. Only go back as far as it feels good. If it hurts your shoulders, you stop before it hurts. If you're arching those ribs off the mat, don't go that far. Last two. I'd grab those weights and just a chest press. I have them a little bit at that diagonal. Press straight up over your chest. More. And then come back up, and we'll start at the top again after a quick little break. Lift that chest up, open those collarbones, and just feel that nice opening. It might be a big stretch. And then take it to that squat. Bent over, bend those knees, pull Pull that belly in, row. And then come up, upright row. Five more. Trying to peek at yourself in the mirror, or you can put your camera on and watch yourself. Always good to check your form. We think we're doing things one way, but we can't really tell unless you're watching yourself. And then back over, take it to that deadlift. You can always improve some aspect of our form somewhere. Five more. Good, lateral raise. Two more. And sit down on your mat. Weights go on your hips. Hip lift. Two more. Cross those weights. We're going to go right to the end today with our exercises, maybe a couple seconds for a quick stretch, but please recover on your own. Take some time, stretch, catch your breath, get that heart rate down before you take a seat. One more here. Chest press. So we'll get through 9 exercises today. Two more. Set the weights down. Our last exercise, our 9th one, is going to be a crunch. You can do a full sit-up if you want. Lengthen that back of the neck. Hands can go behind the head. So you can push your head back into your hands. You can cross them. You can put them behind your thighs. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Now watch that pelvis. Try to keep it long. Four more. And all the way down. Pull those knees towards your chest. Roll elbow to elbow. Feel that lower back massage. Arms can go out wide. Take your knees away so they're right over your hips. And look the opposite way as your knees are going. And then switch. Good. And then go ahead and roll onto your side. Top arm presses yourself up to that seated position. You can sit whatever way is comfortable for you. Open that chest. Lengthen that back of the neck. So we kind of always want to sit in this position. Try to lengthen. Drop that chin a little bit so that neck can get nice and long. Look over that right shoulder. Nod. Roll to that left side. And back to center. Look left, nod, Roll to that right, back to center. Inhale, stretch up nice and big. Hold that breath in for a second. Open those hands, pull those shoulders down your back, and then exhale down. One more time. Full breath in, hold it. Get those shoulders to activate. Press down, and you're all done. Thanks for joining us today, and I hope you had a great workout, and I'll see you next week.